has been cancelled. This is due to a fault on this train. Transcontinental Express apologises for the disruption to your journey today. For customers travelling to Glasgow Central, your next direct Transcontinental Express service is now to be 11:19 to Glasgow Central, departing from Edinburgh train.
It was a bitterly cold morning. I had to de-ice the car, but clear and sunny as I set off for Carlisle. We've had no steam for some time now, and nothing is likely in the near future. The Midland Pullman is due to pass through Carlisle both northbound and southbound today, so better than nothing. The Citadel was very quiet when I arrived, but something was obviously wrong. A couple of Transpennine trains were sitting here, each an hour or so late, and one of them was cancelled as it sat in platform 3. It transpired that there was a points or signalling failure at Gretna Junction. Would that affect the Pullman special?
Okay. Just read what's next to goes and stops.
The Edinburgh Christmas Pullman arrives from Holyhead on the island of Anglesey. Well, actually on Holy Island, a small island off Anglesey, best known as the major ferry port for Ireland. The train has picked up at Bangor, Llandudno Junction, Colwyn Bay, Rhyl, Flint, Chester, Frodsham, Warrington, Wigan and Preston. According to real-time trains, it should change drivers and wait here for 15 minutes, although there's no obvious reason for a prolonged stop. And it doesn't happen. The Pullman departs almost at once at 10:24 and isn't due back until 17:56, 7.5 hours from now.
The train now approaching platform 4 does not stop here. Please stand clear of the edge. Platform 4. Or text British Transport Police on 61016. We are sorted. See it, say it, sorted.
I'm not going to hang around the Citadel all day with nothing of note expected. So, how about a visit to the Seaside? Maryport is a place I don't know well, so here goes. Two railway companies originally served the town. The Maryport and Carlisle Railway, which opened the line to Carlisle between 1840 and 1845, and the Whitehaven Junction Railway, which ran southwards to Workington and Whitehaven and opened in 1847. The latter company was taken over by the London and North Western Railway in 1866. But the Maryport and Carlisle remained independent right up until absorption into the LMS in January 1923. The impressive Maryport and Carlisle station, including the company headquarters, was demolished in the 1970s. The present station is a single-track affair, with bus-stop type shelters and a machine outside the entrance to purchase tickets. Maryport has a long history, and if you have a lengthy wait for your train, and it's not pouring down or too diabolically cold, you may spend the time profitably by reading up on the extensive historical displays on the platform. And it's not all Roman history. Now for a walk, along roads and pavements which are still icy where the sun hasn't reached them, out of the town and towards the coast to join the English coastal path.
Take off.
And let's have a look at Maryport from a seagull's perspective. The Cumbrian Coast Railway line runs very close to the sea. That sounds like one of the regular passenger trains passing by in the background. The Solway Firth has one of the world's greatest tidal ranges. So the River Ellen and the docks here at Maryport are only accessible around high tide. In days gone by, Maryport handled much of the trade for local heavy industry. But the development of deep-water facilities at Whitehaven took much of this away. A small fishing fleet still operates from the inner harbour, while the outer harbour is now a leisure marina. As well as fast-flowing tides, the areas of shifting sand and mud along the Solway shore present their own dangers. On the very afternoon that I filmed this, a woman died on the opposite shore after becoming stuck in quicksand. Despite her 999 call and extensive emergency forces turning out, it was the following day before her body was found. When I've finished the aerial filming and packed all my kit, I'll be continuing into town to head for the Lifeboat, a superb little pub just by the inner harbour, offering excellent food and superbly kept real ale. The old 1846 lighthouse, used by L.S. Lowry in several of his paintings, is no longer in use as a navigational beacon. The new aluminium tower at the end of the pier dates from 1996. A glimpse of the Robin Rig wind farm off the Scottish coast. And now for a glimpse of 21st century sat-nav technology. The drone is approximately 1 mile away when I press the return to home button.
Return to home.
With no further input from me, see where it lands.
Landing.
In brilliant sunshine, the control screen can be difficult to see, hence the strange black cape folded back over my head. A Victorian photographer's staple. They knew a thing or two, did those Victorians. A good meal and a glass or two of Timothy Taylor's Landlords before... back to the station. It's getting dark now. The Citadel regulars were noticeable by their absence this morning, but they're out in force this evening. It's going to be another brief stop to change drivers. The local man will take the train as far as Warrington, where another changeover will occur for the onward journey to Holyhead. A couple of little extras while waiting for my onward train to Dumfries. On their way, we believe, to be scrapped.
Yeah, look, parcel train.
Yes, indeed. Parcels. Just 2 weeks before Christmas, I imagine it'll have a lot to pick up. I didn't get close enough to see for myself.
We are sorry that the 1834 Trans-Pennine Express service to Manchester Airport is delayed by approximately 32 minutes. This is due to a cold spell. We apologise for this late running and the inconvenience they caused you.
I'm really not anticipating anything more here at the Citadel between now and Christmas, but who knows? Whatever. Thanks for watching, and here's to the next time.